Shortly, I wanna take you through the 2026 Kcse computer question paper. So this year's question paper, you can see that the project starts from January 2026 to July 2026, that is 7 months. Computer Studies, Paper 3. The Kenya National Examination Council's, the Kcse, Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. Now let's start with the instruction to candidates. So A. Candidates are expected to use a database management system when developing their projects. So a database management system is a system in charge of collecting and storing information. One of them, example of them is like this, the Kcse. Kcse is a database management system. You can see it is used to store information. So instruction B. A soft copy of the system and documentation must be stored in a removable storage medium, i.e. a flash disk. So a soft copy is a copy that is intangible, you can't touch it. So that includes the Word document and the Kcse document, the database. Instruction C. Candidates' names and index number should appear on the cover page of the documentation and on the storage medium. So let me show you where it should be, the candidate's name and the documentation. So you can see here the name. You should include your name there and the index number, the school code, the project title, the year of examination right there, and the name of the school also should be included. So let's continue. Now let's start with the question. This year's project is Azani Internet Service Provider Information System. So you should note the name, Azani Internet Service Provider, Azani. So Azani is a company that deals with provision of internet services and internet infrastructure to learning institutions. So you should know what Azani is. So it's a company that provides internet services such as installation of internet and customization. These institutions include primary, junior, senior schools and colleges. Institutions interested in the services are required to pay a registration fee of 8,500 Kenyan shillings to the company. The company then offers various internet services where the cost per month is based on the bandwidth as detailed in the table 1 below. So cost of internet services in Kenyan shillings per bandwidth per month. So 4 Mbps, 4 megabits per second, that is 1,200 Kenyan shillings. 10 Mbps, that is 2,000 Kenyan shillings. 20 Mbps, that is 3,500 Kenyan shillings. 25 Mbps, that is 4,000 Kenyan shillings. And lastly 5 Mbps, that is 7,000 Kenyan shillings. So when an institution requests for the services, the company visits the site to establish the readiness of the institution to have internet installed. The company finds out the number of the users and infrastructure requirements such as computers and local area network. An institution that has all the requirements and is ready for connectivity pays an installation fee. So it has to pay an installation fee of 10,000 Kenyan shillings. Note that if the institution has not met the requirements, they may purchase personal computers from Azani company at 40,000 each. So personal computers are also a requirement. They may also purchase LAN nodes as the detailed in table 2 below. So 2 to 10 nodes, that is 10,000 Kenyan shillings. 11 to 20, that is 20,000 Kenyan shillings. 21 to 40, that is 30,000 Kenyan shillings. 41 to 100, that is 40,000 Kenyan shillings. Page 3. An institution that would like to upgrade to a higher bandwidth is offered a 10% discount of the cost of bandwidth they are upgrading to. All institutions using the internet services are required to pay by the end of the current month. All institutions which fails to pay is surcharged a fine of 15% of the amount as an overdue fine. The internet services will be disconnected if the amount due and the fine will not have been paid by the 10th day of the subsequent month. So you can note those calculations. They're there. 10% of the day of the subsequent month is charged 15% fine of the amount of the overdue fine. Once an institution pays the monthly bill and the overdue fine, a fee of 1,000 Kenyan shillings is surcharged for reconnection. Now the question starts from here right now. Develop a fully documented database management system for Azani company that will perform the following tasks. Task number 1. Register institutions requiring the services together with personal details of the contact person. Question 2. Capture the following payments: registration fees, installation fees, and monthly payments. Question 3. Generate the following: the registered institutions, list of defaulters, list of institutions and disconnection issues, details of infrastructural requirements for each institution. Task 4. Perform the following computation: total installation cost for each institution, cost of personal computers and LAN services for institutions with assorted services, total monthly charges for upgraded internet services, total monthly charges for internet services, overdue fines and reconnection fees generated from each category of institution, aggregate amount for each service sorted by institution, and finally generate appropriate reports. So after every project after every system you must generate a report. That's a must. So when we are generating a system, we start with the table. After the table, we go to the forms. After the forms, we go to the queries, then finally the reports. And that's always the order. Yeah. So we can go through last year's work before we proceed. Let me open it. So last year's milestone 1, that was the documentation. It was like this. This was the cover page. The project was about victory management system. Then the front page, the cover page, it contains the name, as you can see, the school code, the index number, the project title, the year of examination, that is 2025, the name of the school. The second page, it was about the declaration. We had the students' declaration and the supervisor's declaration. We have the dedication. We have the acknowledgement. Then we have the table of contents, which is not a must, but it is important to use it to navigate through your work. You have the lists of tables and figures. We have the chapter 1, which was about the introduction. Then we go to the overview of the existing system. That was chapter 2. So it was just like this. It was simple. Let's go through we had the questionnaires, we had the interviews, and a lot of stuff. System design, where we had the flowchart. You must generate a flowchart. So you can see our flowchart right there. After the flowchart, we inserted the tables, the screenshots of the tables, the forms, the queries, and the reports. That is a must. You can go through the milestone 2, that was the system itself. So where is it? So you can see last year's work: victory school management system, victory school club system. Yeah. So this is the dashboard. It is loading fast. Then after we enter the app, we can see the login form. You simply write your username there. Then the password, which has been masked so you can see what someone is writing. Then you log in. After logging in, it indicates their login successful. Then there's a student's form, membership form, there's a membership timeline form, patrons form, clubs form, club finances form, club activities form, club activities timeline form. Then there is also a switchboard where we can navigate to all the tables, all the forms, and all the reports in the project. So that was last year's work.